Hello friends, welcome to Code with Kartiki. So today we will see how to define code block in Python. So before that we will see what is meant by code block. In programming, a code block is a section of source code that groups one or more declaration and statements. Code blocks are typically delimited. Means code block is going to contain some declarations, statements. So it will be group of code. Then for this defining code block, C uses braces and in Python we use indentation. So before that, so in C here, in C program, how to define code block. So int main is one function in C program, and here, so this whatever the content of this main function is there, I want to show that whatever the content of this main function is there. So for that I am using here braces. So these curly brackets are used in C, but in Python we don't have these brackets to use for this code block definition. So we have to use indentation. How to use that we will see practically. Now we will see how to define code block in Python. So there are various code blocks are there, if else blocks are there, then functions are there, classes are there. So these are the code blocks in Python. So I will take here example of one function. So in Python for defining function we have to use def keyword. So these things we are going to see detail, but here just I am telling you how to define code block. So for that I have taken example of function. So here this function is one code block. So this is the name of the function. You have to use brackets for this, and in Python every code block start with colon, then you have to press enter. So here this Python ideally automatically taking here 4 spaces. So this is called indentation. So for this indentation 4 spaces are allowed, 1 2 3 4. 4 spaces are there, or you can use one tab, right? So as per your choice you can use spaces or one tab. So I prefer to use one tab. So now here whatever the uh, definition of this function is there, so that definition I will write here. So that will be block of this function, code block of this function. So I will take here print hello world. So you can have any number of statements in one function, one code block. So I will take here, this is function print line. So now you can have any number of statements in one code block. So whatever the indentation is there, so these spaces we have given. So whatever the indented block is there, so that will be part of this function. So once you are done with your definition, you have to come out of this code block. So I will press here backspace and I will take next statement. So now here I am out of this code block, means whatever the statements I am going to write, so that will not be part of this code blocks, means not, that will not be part of this function. So I will take here print function execution done, right? So now here, so to execute this function we need to call this, I am calling this function. So functions we are going to see in detail, so don't worry about this. So here just I am showing you how to define code block. So this is code block. So whatever the two statements are there, so these are part of this code block. So when I will call this function, this code block will get executed, and after that this function execution done will be printed. So I have pressed Ctrl S and I will run this file. So now here it is showing output hello world, this is function print line. So these two statements are part of that code block, so that has got executed here. See here these two statements, and this is the function execution done. So this is the last print statement, right? So in this way, using indentation you can define code blocks in Python. So thanks for watching the video. If you like the content of my channel, please subscribe and press bell icon to get notification.